Well, if I look the same from the last video, that's because I do. I just changed my shirt. Excuse my outfit, I am a dance major. A true fact. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Week 3, baby. Today we're going to be talking about the best makeup of 2020. My favorite products that I've used throughout whole last year, the whole shit show of last year. So these products have helped me get through, helped me feel better personally, and I want to share them with you. Follow my Instagram and Twitter and look to the other videos that I posted. I have just posted my makeup release video. So I'm just gonna go through my list. I have my computer right here that I wrote down everything, and it'll be a longer video. I know all my videos are kind of long, but I like talking, so I can't help it. Let's get on to my favorite makeup releases of 2020. So actually my first product I want to show y'all is actually not makeup at all. It is a face wash, and this year I have been on the kick of the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser from Youth of the People. It looks like this because my mom got one once I told her I love this, and she didn't like it as much. She gave this bottle to me, but my bottle I'm using currently is downstairs in my bathroom. But I love this. It has really helped cleanse my face. It helps get all the makeup off without feeling too drying. I've used a lot of cleansers, have a lot of oily skin usually, I'm acne prone. I need something that's going to help cleanse my face deeply, but also not dry me out, because I can get really dry if I use too many products, because I have a lot of treatments from my dermatologist, and I just need something that's going to be light and airy yet still cleanses the face. It's a little expensive, but for me it's worth it. Skincare is something I'll splurge on, but I really love this. I'd recommend if you're oily skin. I feel like it's good. It does have fragrance in it, but to me it's like a nice fragrance. It's a nice fragrance. It washes on, washes off, and I'm good. Love it. My next favorite product is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Face Base Moisturizer. And here is that bad boy. I love this moisturizer. Gone through 2 of these. I use these, usually get a new one once a year. It's just a really nice primer for the face. It's good if you need that extra moisture barrier before your foundation. I just think it makes your foundation look really smooth and more hydrated, and that's what I've been going for. I've been less of wearing matte foundations. Before I started wearing makeup, I wore a lot of matte foundation, matte products, but now I want to look more dewy, more skin-like, as you can see. This just helps, especially if I do my skincare and then a few hours later I want to put on makeup. I just want to add another layer of moisturizer that's for makeup. My other favorite primers has been the Milk Makeup Primer, and yes, excuse, I lost the cap. And it's a really good primer because it helps grip the foundation and products to my face. I think it's good for when you're wearing a mask and you have to wear makeup. It helps the makeup stay on, I think, more. One honorable mention is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer. I've used almost the whole bottle. First I put the first 2 primers I mentioned as my only, but then I realized I've used so much of this primer. It's just almost as good as the Bobbi Brown. It moisturizes really well. It's good. It's a good alternative. It's not as hydrating as the Bobbi Brown is for me, but I really like this. It's a good alternative when I don't want to use my expensive primer. I would definitely be repurchasing this.
Next.
Okay, let's talk about foundations. Now, I went through a foundation kick this year. I don't know why we're wearing masks. That doesn't make sense, but I went through a foundation kick. My first foundation that I've recently started loving again was the Pat McGrath Foundation. This is in the shade 23. It's really pretty foundation. The only reason I hadn't worn it too much is because it's a little light when I'm tan. So now it's a perfect shade for me. I love this foundation. It's just so skin-like, and you can build it up. It's also light. It's definitely light coverage, but you can build it up. You can put layers and layers, and it never looks cakey for me. It's really expensive, so I don't know if I'd ever repurchase this again after, because I do have a lot of ones that I already like. But definitely, if I continue to love this, I probably will, even though it really bit the bullet to get this. The ABH Foundation, the Luminous one, it's in the shade 410C. This is just really nice. I can't, like in the summer, it's very dewy, like very dewy. Definitely good if you have dry skin, so tread lightly if you are oily. I feel like it's not a long-lasting foundation, but definitely like if you're just going out for the day, I'd wear this. Love it. Okay, the foundation I'm using today is the Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. This foundation, number one, is on sale for $10 right now, so go get it. I just realized that I'm purchasing another one. I don't know if they're discontinuing this, but hear me now, Becca, please.
Pretty please.
What the?
If you're discontinuing this, I need to know personally, so I can make sure to buy 4 more. This foundation like surprises me. I feel like when I put it on, I'm like, it's like okay. But throughout the day, it stays on, number one. It doesn't move. Number two, it looks glowy, it looks skin-like, it looks everything. I'm wearing it right now. But the last one, it looks like a mess, but that's because I use it all the time, is the Pretty Fresh ColourPop foundation. I don't like really any of the other foundations they came out with. This one I totally recommend if you found no success in any of their foundations. I think this is so nice. It's so skin-like. I've used the shit out of this. There was a time where I was literally only using this, which I feel like is weird because I usually rotate a lot. But yeah. Quickly, 2 honorable mentions are the Fenty foundations. I'd recommend the hydrating one and the matte one. They were my foundations. Just if I don't want to use any of these 4, I would go for these. I only have 2 concealers that were my ultimate favorite. First one, again, is the Pat McGrath Concealer. This is in the shade M18. It's very small, overpriced, bullshit. But damn, I'm wearing it today, or my under eye's nice. Another one I'd recommend is the Pretty Fresh Concealer. This is in the shade 115, but I also have one that's, I think it's 125. I use that one normally. Concealers are really good for brightening. They're good for days when you don't want to wear a lot of foundation. I usually just put 1 dab, forehead, chin, dab with powder. That's all you need. Powder, I have 2 main recommendations. Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in the shade Tan for me. This is just like airbrush in a pan. I put it on and I looked airbrush. I don't have anything else to say. I know the Mercier Powder is very 2016, very old, very done. And I disagree because I've been using the white powder, like the translucent powder, for years. I will never stop buying that. But this year they decided to upgrade and get the shade Honey. I wish they had more shades, but damn, this is like, if you thought the Mercier powder in deep was too deep for your under eyes, because I felt like I could use it over my face, this is perfect. This is perfect. It's like a tan yellow shade. I'm wearing it under my eyes right now. Again, I'd recommend. Bronzer. My favorite bronzer this year has been the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. It's the airbrush bronzer in the shade 3. I've been using this bronzer like crazy this entire year since I got in the summer. I've hit pan. I know bronzers are hard to find that look really nice and have the perfect undertone, and I think I've found it. I feel like the Fenty one is really good too. It's more neutral, more yellowy, which I like. This is a little bit more for when I'm tan. I still use it now. I used it today, but I feel like they both have 2 different colors. It just depends on what I've been liking, but recently I've been really using this Charlotte Tilbury one. It's probably the only thing I'll ever purchase from her brand, but I do love this bronzer. My favorites also for bronzer is cream bronzer or cream products. This year has been my thing. So this foundation palette from e.l.f. I know it's a foundation palette, but hear me out. Using this as bronzer for your face, it's one of my favorite things I've ever found. I don't know if they sell this anymore. I found this at Amazon, so let me know. I'll put in the description whether I could find it on their website. But you used to be able to find it on their website. If you still have this, or if you can find this in a shade that will work for you, because I know they don't have a lot of shades, but this in medium works perfect for me for bronzing the face for cream. I'm telling you, I think I just saved your life if you can get it to work for you. It's only $6. It's the perfect cream bronzer. It's very emollient. Yes ma'am. I realize I'm literally an idiot, and I'm gonna insert this obviously in the correct time of the video. But I forgot about my favorite part of 2020 is the year of blush, the year of specifically cream blushes. So my first favorite blushes of this year, hands down, are the Rare Beauty blushes. I have this matte version in the shade Love and this dewy version in the shade Lucky. These are extremely unique shades and perfect if you're dark skin and you need cream blushes that will show up on you, especially this cream, like glowy hot pink shade. I'd recommend. The Glossier Cloud Paints, this in the shade Storm and Dawn. When you're trying to work with these, you kind of have to add a lot more than what you would add when you're using the Rare Beauty ones, but I don't mind either way. They're easy to work with, definitely more than the Rare Beauty ones, so I'd recommend these as well. So pretty. The Patrick Ta blush, this is their Oh She's Different, but it's like the double take cream and powder. I love this cream and blush duo. It's just easy to use. I like both of these. I've worn them a ton of times. I'd recommend. Wish she had more shades though. I wish she had more shades. I would totally buy at least 2 more, but I think the other shades are just going to be too light for me. Lunar Beauty. I love this palette from Lunar Beauty. I can use every single color in this palette perfectly fine. All of them work for me, which is like never happens. And that's like important to me, to be able to use a whole palette without thinking one is too light or one is too pale. I love this. This year I haven't been wearing too much highlighter, but just a few of them that I really like. Again, Rare Beauty takes it to the top. I'd say if you're gonna try this brand, I'd recommend the blushes and the highlighters ASAP. I have used Transcend this entire year straight. I have not really touched too much of my powder highlighters. It's more of like a pink rose gold color, and this is Flaunt. It's more gold, so it's like more for like everyday instances, but you can use both of these. I'm wearing it right now. It's just like a very nice, it's not like too pigmented, but it just like blends into the skin and it makes it look like you have glow from within. Like if that's the kind of look you're going for, I would totally recommend these. This one from Fenty Beauty in Me, Money, and Hustle Baby. I used to have the mini version of this only, but I finally like manned up and got the bigger shade. I use this all the time. It's just a really nice gold color. Then lastly is the Dose of Colors highlighter from the Desi and Katie collection. It's in the shade Chasing Sun. I don't know if they still sell these anymore. They sold these at the time in the summer, but yeah. It's one of my most blinding highlighters I own. And the packaging is so amazing. I love touching this. Back to the video. So for eyebrows, just quickly, I've been using the Anastasia Dip Brow this entire year. I just use it and then I go. I don't even put in pencil anymore because I hate doing my eyebrows. I hate doing my eyebrows. So I've been using this all year. This is in the shade Chocolate, by the way. Other than the Brow Definer by Anastasia, which is my hands down favorite pencil, my other favorite pencil this year has been the Fenty Beauty one. I really like this one. It's very thin. I usually use a brow definer, which is not like a thin pencil, so it's nice to have a thin pencil as well. Next is eyeshadows naturally, but however, I'm gonna be making a whole different video probably right after this one, so I'll change my shirt again, maybe I won't, but I just want to have a separate video to really go in and explain all my favorite palettes because those are my favorite products to talk about. So stay tuned for that video. It will be coming soon. Next is my favorite mascaras from this year. So these two have been my favorites this year. First of all, L'Oreal Paradise trumps again. That's a triggering word to say. L'Oreal Paradise takes the cake again as the best mascara on the market. You cannot fight me on that. Actually, you can. It's really not that deep. I really love this mascara. It's inexpensive. It's from L'Oreal. I get all the shades. This one is black brown. I've been using that one a lot lately just for a lighter look, but I get all the other shades as well. I repurchased this in bulk. I love this mascara. Thank you very much. Really have nothing else to say. I'm usually not a person anymore to buy expensive mascaras. I used to, but now I feel like I have my L'Oreal Paradise. If I want something more interesting, I'll wear eyelashes, which I barely do. But anyways, Milk Makeup Mascara. So good. I am so conflicted whether I'm going to rebuy this or not, but this provides just amount of volume that the L'Oreal Paradise does. I mix them together as well. Maybe I will buy it again. Probably will, because I really do love this. Lipsticks. So I have 4 of the Fenty cream lipsticks. These are some of my favorite formulas that came out in 2020. I just think they have the perfect amount of tint. They're easy to wear, easy to apply. I love these. The packaging is amazing. I have gone through this shade already and had to buy a new one. This is the shade Cookies and Cocoa. It's just my lips but better, and it has a little shine. It's just one of my favorite lipsticks from last year, period. The other shades I have are Tang Tang. It's just bright orange shade, and these are like sheer. Then I also have Bubble Rum. It's like this dark chocolate brown color. Lastly, I just have Goji Gang, which is like this pink color. The only lipsticks I honestly really loved was these Fenty liquid lipsticks. I got this around October, so a little later in the year, but man, I've been sleeping on this formula. I definitely plan on getting more colors. I have this in the shade Uncensored, which is just like the most truest red I've ever owned. This is my favorite liquid lipstick formula I've ever owned. It is so light, airy, it doesn't crack. It's not like completely drying like that. It won't dry down where it like mats your lips, but that's kind of what I want. I don't need a liquid lipstick to like be kiss proof or whatever. So one more Fenty thing. Anything of their glosses, any of them. I'll just pull out a couple of them. Any of their glosses. The new gloss formula. These are all my favorites. Wore these all year. They're just easy to put on. These glosses come with the best shades I've ever seen from any brand. I like a lot of gloss formulas, but like their colors, sometimes I'm like, what am I gonna pick? But these, love these. Next is a couple things from ColourPop. So of this year, some of my favorites were the lip oils. Oh, this is just like literally a lip oil, exactly how you think it is. Very sheer. It's comfortable on the lips. If you're not a person that likes lip gloss because you don't like how it's sticky or you don't like how it's like too like heavy, this is what you get. I'll put on a little bit. We'll definitely be getting more of these from ColourPop. Another favorite product from ColourPop's lip line is these tinted lip balms or tinted like lipsticks, whatever they are, just the tints. Another great product. If you don't like lipsticks, I'd recommend getting these. They have the best smell. I'm trying to think of what they smell like. They smell like candy, but they smell like not like horrible candy. They smell like cherry goodness. These are some of my favorite nudes from this year. I have Cherry Pickin', Z Boys, and Nude Beach. Cherry Pickin', Z Boys, and Nude Beach. Now just like a few miscellaneous lipsticks before we go, because I'm almost done. Oh my god. I have the Smoky Glow lip gloss in the shade Never Dull. This is not my favorite lipstick formula, to be honest, but goddamn is it pretty, and I wear it anyway. Then just one other, I don't love promoting your brand, but damn, I will say this lip gloss in Like is my favorite lip glosses this year. Very pretty and nude.
1 hour later.
Okay, so we're finally done. Oh my god, that took forever. Thank you for watching this video. I know this is going to be a long one. I'm going to chop it down probably a lot. But stay tuned for the eyeshadow portion of this video. I just wanted to like split it up so it's not as long. Have a good day or night. Love you.